Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aldyn and I am here with you this week of September 4th to do the weekly Oracle card reading using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck, which you can see right here. And yeah, so I have some cards ready. I don't know what they are, and that's going to be revealed right about now. So let's get started with this excitement around this week and our twin flame journeys. Okay, so what I've got is Seven of Air. Seven of Air. And one day we'll get a better light, everybody. Yeah, so Seven of Air here. Oh wait, I'm gonna make it so it's not like glaring. And of course there'll be a picture of this in my blog. And so this says, plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Wow, that's a nice beginning to the week, kind of like, you know, what we're coming out of last week too. So this is a really cool rainbow in the middle of it that I can't stop staring at, and it reminds me of how we're starting off this week with Neptune, I think, opposing the Sun, which can cause like a very like dreamy kind of state, and this ability to reach into sort of like the majestic halls of the divine in ways that are very unusual and a little bit like disorienting as far as reality is concerned, but very inspiring, like very creatively inspiring. So plans that need revision, well, that's exactly, what we're being inspired to do, is to live in the now and to revise our plans around how we feel right now, not around the future or the past. And more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. So our timing is always poor when we're focused on the past or things that aren't happening right now. And this week is especially about, what was I going to say? About focusing on the now and realizing that that we're being called to communicate from that place always, and to see straight ahead, but not to be afraid of any kind of vision that's placed before us, and not to, regard obstacles as obstacles, but to just regard them as a part of, what is in our reality right now and what we're being called to clear and so forth. And also not to try to imagine yourself vibrating higher than you are, but to actually focus on the now and to understand where you really are at, because so much of the illusion is that feeling of lack, and the feeling of lack can come, for those who are on a spiritual journey, when you feel like you want to attain something that you don't already have, and that's really what's holding you back. So it's about focusing on what you do have right now, and so that's that. And also, it looks like a carousel, this card does, and again, that's kind of, a reminder to enjoy the ride and the beauty, see the sequential patterns in things, And that's also, reminding me of that Mercury's going direct. Like probably when you see this, Tuesday. And so it's really a time where we're beginning to move forward again. Many of us, it doesn't affect everyone the same way, of course. And if you've transcended Mercury retrograde, then good for you. But for many, it feels like, more forward momentum is put in place now. And, the ability to communicate kind of in a way that's a little bit more flowing becomes easier again. But we've deepened our ability to communicate by being introspective about it, so that's great. And as far as, our twin flames go, let's do the next two cards, actually. Okay, so the High Priestess. This is Archangel Haniel, different. I'm not sure how best to pronounce that. So listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. I almost read that as before eating, but that wouldn't really make sense. So this is a beautiful card, and it's, let's see, there's a beautiful book here, there's castle, there's a world in the background. So it's really like the world is at your fingertips always, and to remember that when you are waiting for something to happen, that that's not what anything is about. So if you're waiting for something to happen, then where's the love that's driving you to live in the moment with complete awareness? And when you have complete awareness, you're no longer waiting, but that doesn't mean that you don't have patience for what you see unfolding before you. So there's a difference there that we're learning to master. And listening to your intuition, this is a really good time to tune into the dreamier state and pull from that the real gems that you're getting, because it is a time for extra kind of creative inspiration, and maybe like some very weird things to come up too, and with the Pisces full moon on Wednesday too, kind of the ability to tap in to what the whole collective of us really desire in our ability to love each other. And you can imagine like your twin flame being at the other end of that collective, and that no matter how far or close they are with you, there's something about them that shows you the encompassing of the whole collective. You by feeling them and loving them completely, you're really able to tap into the love of the collective whole and show up for what we all desire to have you here for, to be here for. It's one and the same thing. So that's a really beautiful way to kind of magnetize your twin flame towards you, is to also see the parts of them that feel very far away or distant, to you being the parts where you're being called to really heal, and see how that's reflected in other interactions for you this week, or just in your thoughts and feelings, what the world's asking for. And consider carefully what you want before acting. Well, consider what you really desire. So it's a good time to be careful. And this actually is really a great sentence for Mars going into Virgo, because Mars is a very active planet, and I mean, it's the symbol of it is like an arrow going outwards, and so and it's fiery, but going into Virgo is very organized and down to earth, generally speaking. So so consider carefully what you want before acting. So it's a great time to organize your desires, if you will, and act upon them from a place of wisdom and from a place of divine order. Don't be hasty, but at the same time, that doesn't mean don't take action. So, yeah, that's that. And let's move on to the last card. And we have 7 of Fire. Wow, so let's see. We have 2 7, 7 of Air and 7 of Fire. And this reminds me that, let's look at the card. And actually, did we see this card close up? I guess I'm a little bit more scattered with this reading than usual. I'm showing you back the card as I say that. Okay, so this was the first card. Yeah, and I'll post pictures of all of these anyway on my blog, but I do want you to be able to see them now because that is nice to be able to see. So, yeah, and that was number 2, the High Priestess. So we have 2 and 2 7s, and 7 of Fire. Okay. Pretty rad situation going on here with the chick on the dragon. And so defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Well, the moon is moving into Aries towards the end of the week, and Aries is very fiery as well, 7 of Fire, and this, maybe like pointing towards, going into the end of the week. And it's just about being grounded and choosing what you want to pursue from that place, because this is a time of more forward momentum. So, making choices is always very important, and perhaps you'll be presented some, bigger, some substantial choices to make, and also some specific ways that you are being asked to spend your time, spend your resources, spend your energy, and you get to make the choice, what and how that looks like. And so the battle here is really to, live in your highest purpose and to get to shine your light, with however people, are feeling about it. So this might mean that, the certain relationships might shift as well. And it's also important to remember this with your twin flame too, that defend your beliefs and your decisions. So if anything's being mirrored to you, either by your twin flame or just by anyone, could be closer people like family and friends too, to really stay in your integrity here. And with your twin flame doing that, they're just doing it to show you where your integrity is, and I guess that's the case always anyway. But there's no reason to kind of shift off course, to get angry about anything, or to get to feel like you're disillusioned. Getting out of any kind of illusion is actually a very positive thing. So this woman is smiling on the dragon, and there's like arrows, like rainbow arrows going down from the sky, and the dragon, is like very rainbow feathered, and it reminds me of some of the artwork that I've done too with the rainbow feathers. So being fiery and being fierce actually can be like very beautiful and very loving and very passionate too. So it's a good time to remember that, and to bring back to you that that part of you that really enjoys expressing yourself in unique ways. And we express ourselves in unique ways by also getting divine inspiration. So it's a great time to, towards the end of the week, kind of reflect upon how we were feeling in the beginning of the week, with our dreams and our visions. And this may perhaps intensify or kind of rectify itself, and you're being shown, a more clear place to really creatively express yourself from, and that can feel very rejuvenating and prepare you to really be yourself around anyone, and of course that is very important, to be yourself around your twin flame, your authentic self, and also to however, not be aggressive, and that's part of choosing your battles wisely. So no aggression is needed. It's actually, everything can come from a place of wisdom, and you take action from that place of creativity and wisdom that's just shining forth the light. And yeah, that's I think that's the reading for this week. So I hope you all enjoy the wonderful week ahead in this nice month of September, and I'll see you in future videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much. Love y'all. Bye.